It's 8:30. That's not as early as I wanted to be awake, but I woke up to one of my alarms going off at 7. I was like, nope. Okay, the cat is hanging out at the end of my bed again, so that's like the closest point to the heater that's still up here. And also got the heating pad underneath the blankets. And she's been here since it was very dark this morning, and obviously it's not now. I heard my mom leave for her martial arts stuff a little while ago, and my kid is on his morning class with his teacher, so I guess I need to get functional. I don't want to. What was I gonna do today? No, that's right, the scout stuff. And that's like all there is. So last night I was trying to pick out the Gravity Falls theme on guitar. It was actually pretty cool. It's not difficult to do the main theme. That intro was giving me trouble though. I guess I need to go wash the sleep with it on your face mask off. Doesn't feel like there's really like any mask stuff on there, but I'm used to like thick clay masks, so I don't know, that might be a thing. So far, I don't see much difference. Okay. At this point, I'm thinking the scale is just messing with me. I don't know. But better in the right direction, I guess. Outfit time. Shaman's Harvest shirt. Makes me dangerous. Again, there is a skull here. It's dark in here, so you can't see it. And, blue jeans. Once again, I'm having Kix for breakfast with whole milk, not drinking all the milk. That cuts down all the calories, and also coffee. Skipping ahead, and not by much, second cup of coffee, and also 2 poached eggs on 2 halves of a buttered English muffin. Pretty good stuff. It's 2:48, and I've been messing with this painting for a few hours, with varying levels of dryness and watered down paint. I've only used black and white, so why am I seeing blue, purple, and some places a little tiny bit of red? That's weird. I'm gonna keep messing with it. Also, I'm not feeling real great, so I just took some of my stuff for my anxiety. It's 5:45, and I'm having taco meat and cheese on salad, I guess. Mixed greens. I'm still out of it on my meds for anxiety, as you can kind of hear from my voice being all stony. My mom may have to drive my kids to the Boy Scout thing. It's 5:52 and it's raining. Like I can hear it on the roof, it's raining. I mean, I knew my kids were gonna need their coats. I didn't think they were gonna need umbrellas, to draw lightning out of the sky, but I guess so. I really would prefer they be outdoors. They may need to move emanating indoors. And the whole scout thing with what's going on. The virus. Global health emergencies make everything more difficult. This sucks. My kids are just trying to scout here. It's 10:35 and I think it's perfectly reasonable to say this video should be up by midnight. Maybe, if it doesn't take several hours to upload. It'll definitely be uploading by midnight. Certainly not going to waste the jump that I have on this evening by stalling with TV. I'm gonna try to be asleep at a reasonable time. Today was a little more difficult than usual because shortly before lunch, my anxiety started ramping up, and if you've never dealt with that, it's almost like there's something in the back of your mind going, guess what you forgot? You forgot to do the thing. You forgot to check the thing. Everything is going to be ruined because you didn't do the thing, and there's no clue what the thing is. So you're checking your phone, and you're checking, did I overdraw my bank account? Did I forget to, an appointment? Did I leave the oven on? Did I leave, the iron on? Is the hose outside running? What did I forget? Did I forget my medication? Did I forget my kid's medication? Did I forget something in a schedule? And it goes in that cycle and ramps up, and it's not so much anything that you can really do. You just, you check the things that come to mind and everything is fine, which makes the what did I forget feeling ramp up and ramp up and ramp up. And I get so anxious that I cannot properly swallow water without nearly throwing up. So at that point, yeah, I had to take some stuff that I can't use the usual stuff to treat the condition. I have to treat the symptoms because I have horrible, horrible reactions anytime I've been prescribed things that mess with the brain chemistry to try to prevent the issue in the first place. Really bad reactions. Yes, I have an anti-nausea medication that also makes me fairly loopy, but compared to other stuff that I'm on, it's a pretty safe thing, and I am well aware not to operate heavy machinery or drive or make any kind of important decisions while on it. That was what I was doing today, just being as functional as possible. I did not even trust myself to take off my ratty nail polish. That's pretty much it. My mom took my kids to their scout thing. I had insisted prior to them leaving that they get dressed warmly because being distance learners, you can spend all day at home, 40-degree weather in shorts and a t-shirt, and nobody's gonna care. But it was cold. It was like 35 degrees when they left, so I insisted on warm clothes and coats. This canvas, it has got more of the blendy, murky grayness I was going for, and I'm going to continue over time with layers and try to get this to take some sort of shape. I really don't know what I want to paint on it. I'm trying to see what I can do with layers of thinned out acrylic, because acrylic's what I work with, and see what I can do with it. I've seen a few effects that I've been able to manage and replicate, and it's difficult to boost your skills, ramp up your chops. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of experimentation. I do stuff sometimes. Fun fact, this one over here, which is sitting funny, this one is actually not half paint on it. That is soot from a candle, and I ran it over a lit candle and let the soot collect on the canvas. Thanks for some interesting effects. Even my really crummy stuff, I've had folks go, wow, you really got some depth in this. Even though it's abstract, there's real depth. And I'm like, well, my depth perception is pretty wonky, so I guess it's easier for me to make flat things look like they have depth because that's how I see it all the time. So I've really got to put the indication in there. And then, of course, this one was poured, sort of. It was also kind of a poured pendulum. That was a fun one. I think I did a video for that on my other channel that I still have not touched. Tomorrow, Wednesday, nothing going on. I hope to be a lot more functional tomorrow, but I'm not sure how that's going to go. I will say that I kept my calories pretty under control despite I really wanted to snack. Not pictured in all of this. I did have 3 Oreo thin lemon cookies. I had some pretzel crisps while I was trying to keep my stomach under control, and I also had an apple. So I did hit the 1200s. I was looking at a calculator that goes a little more in depth of what maintenance calories are supposed to look like, and I'm still having some trouble trying to account for the fact that I have several times during the day where I have to lay down. Being disabled just is awful. And this is one of those things where I have to make my own accommodations. And it looks like for my gender, age, height, and weight, the weight I want to get to, I guess, it looks like maintenance calories for my condition specifically would be around 1,350 a day. Maybe. I am well under that. With my usually just below 1189 range. And I'm still having days where it's like, am I gaining? Am I losing? What's happening? How long have I been at this weight? So I'm not 100% sure. If it weren't for the global health emergency, then I would probably be setting up an appointment with my doctor just to get into what the heck. Unfortunately, I think once I get to where I'm comfortable, where I want to be, where I want to stay, I'm going to have to start like ramping things up, watching my weight and calorie intake even more closely than now, and try to like get this down to exactly the right range for me. And that's going to be intense. You would think that there would be more information on this. No, of course not. Of course not. There's so much that in this country gets the obesity epidemic can cause people to be disabled. Being disabled can cause people to become obese. But we don't really know that much about maintaining a healthy weight when your lifestyle is super close to sedentary. Because generally speaking, you stop moving, you put on pounds, and more pounds and more pounds, and that causes more health issues, and then you croak. I am not somebody who has the formal education to make assumptions on this. I know what the obvious parts of this are. I'm not qualified for giving any kind of advice. I really like my PCP because it's like he's not afraid to research stuff, and it's like he appreciates when his patients know what it is they're discussing, and I can absolutely get great advice out of this person. But this one might even stump him. I may have to end up talking to a dietitian about this stuff. I mean, I think considering I'm doing pretty good. I feel a lot better. I'm definitely getting healthier. I wonder if I send my doctor a message if he can just like set me up with a video call with a dietitian. I can't imagine that there's really well, maybe there is a lot of call for that right now. But usually that'd be going in the other direction, I think. I have no idea. I cannot wait for this baloney to be over. Just like want the Rona to stop. I want to be done. Roll it out the most efficient way possible. Put it in my arm. I want to get on with my life. I wonder, after the flu in 1918, how long it took for folks to get back to normal. Go looking at all these old-timey pictures of people walking around in the streets with a mask on. When did this stop? When did they know that it was done? When it was over? Like, was there an endpoint? Was there an announcement? I've heard about the false announcements. Everybody's fine. Let's have a giant parade. And then, oh no, our whole city is dead. We have a much better grasp on science now, though. Germ theory. How viruses work. So, I guess there's that. That has been the unqualified ramblings of someone who has no formal training in medical anything for the day. I did not get around to editing my Birchbox video, but I'll probably do that tomorrow because I will be bored. I get bored a lot. Just looking at the timer on the bottom of my screen showing me how long I've taken to record this, I'm probably going to cut out about half of what I just recorded, minimum. And by then it might be 11:30. Hopefully I'll sleep well tonight. Thanks for sharing my day with me.